Well, Wood is a channel, a teacher, a coach, a spiritual advisor, or energy reader, a card reader, palm reader. He has been a spiritual teacher for 35 years. He has been he teaches a course in miracles for 24 years. He is an author on the path and the lost relationship. His passion includes counseling couples so that they can deepen their heart's connection. Robert is currently doing soul readings, palmistry, and channeling of the higher self for guidance. He's magnificent, and I can't wait to see him again. Hi, love.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey,
Am
baby.
I coming through? Can everybody hear me?
We hear you. We got you.
Yay. And how long am I allowed to speak in this room?
25 minutes.
25 minutes. Okay, I'm going to enlighten you in 25 minutes. And thanks for that wonderful introduction, E. You know me better than I know myself, darling. So, as Robert Wood, I've been a spiritual teacher for 40 years, actually, and a part of my soul development has been learning to meditate and to go within myself and receive a lot of my spiritual enlightenment and my understanding. I was very blessed to wake up in a spiritual enlightened awareness at 29, and now I'm currently teaching everything that I've been learning, and I want to emphasize that the main way you get knowledge is from within, not from without. There's different ways to learn things. One of the ways is through experience. The other is to read a book. And like me, the other way is to go directly to source. And as you learn to go directly to source within inside yourself through meditation and deep inner listening, then what occurs is the awareness of your soul essence comes through, and there becomes a merging between your soul being and your personality self. The natural nature of life is you're born into a physical body and you create a personal self. And that personal self is made up of the qualities of things you learn in life, the good and the bad. You usually have an individual, natural, personal self that you trained and learned to become. And then as you suddenly have a spiritual awakening, or what's known as the second birth, the second birth that you have is you make a connection with your soul. And then you start to develop a relationship with your soul. As you develop a relationship with your soul starts to merge into your personality self, and the two become one. That's why we love to find soulmates and people we join with, and the natural nature of life is to join with yourself and find that merging, find that connection, find that joining. And so the more you seek knowledge from within yourself and that soul merging starts to happen, then all of a sudden your soul starts to give you what we call spiritual awareness, spiritual insight, and spiritual gifts. The spiritual gifts that you start to receive are the insights of the natural you that is really you that you've developed from other lifetimes. The soul is the container that you live in from many, many collections of many, many lifetimes. As you would say, you are a pure spark of identity, of pure consciousness, and from that you started to have experiences of existence. And each one of those experiences, you collected a memory, you collected a talent, you collected an ability. One of the great rays that you liked really well, some of you have heard of the aura and the energy fields. Probably most of you are very advanced souls, so you wouldn't be here if you're not an advanced soul. And you have got attracted to certain auric rays. And those auric rays, then you got very much connected to. And then those rays, inside of those rays, there are different qualities of being, different aspects of the nature and the existence of the universe. And you got very attracted to them, and they got caught in your soul, and then you live many life experiences living out those experiences. And there are like 7 chakras. There's really 12 chakras in the human experience that can bring different rays and vibrations through you. In the astral worlds, there's even more, but in the natural nature, you can look at like simply 7, and then you can even break it down to 3. The 3 primary rays, just like the spectrum of light, the white light, is the red ray. The second ray is the yellow ray. And then the third ray is the blue ray. And then, of course, we have the other rays that we work with are the purple ray quite often, and many times we can work with the green ray. And but if you take the primary ray and you have a connection with, say, the blue ray, then that would make you gifted to be a teacher. You will also be developing your third eye and many of your psychic abilities and things like that. If you're very much developed in the yellow ray, then you're going to be very much an earth worker, and you want to develop the yellow energies, which is your wisdom self, your knowledge self, and the practical ways that souls learn how to help evolve consciousness. It's the wisdom ray, and it also can be reflected in a lot of golden energy, which is the idea that you are here to be an earth person, but you're also here to raise consciousness as well, through the sense of being wise. And you're very spiritual. Each lifetime, every one of us is spiritual no matter what, but we're very spiritual if we learn to walk on this earth and live a good human life and great human relationships. The other energy that many people are very connected to is the red ray, and the red ray is your sexual energy coming through your creative self, and this is a sense of you decide to be very powerful, and you want to wield your power and use power in the highest force. It's the fuel of life, and lots of healers work with the red ray, because the red ray, learning to be a healer, is to use that fire, passion, and energy for healing, or you might use it to be a corporate leader, or you might use your power in other different ways, but your power center of the red comes through you, and that gift is used so that you can help really change the world, and you can feel very much a lot of desire and a lot of manifestation comes. It's the fuel of life, so it causes manifestation. A lot of you red ray souls have a lot of abilities to manifest things. And so as you combine these three auras, which make all the other auric colors in the universe, then you find yourself combining these different colors to find your soul gifts, to find your purpose. How many people are always I get this a lot, it's like, what's my purpose, Bobby? What am I supposed to be doing here? What's my life work? A lot of people ask that question to me, and I love it because when they're asking that, they're trying to say, what's my soul came here to do? And it's so great that you are seeking purpose, because really what is more important in life than to have a higher purpose for existence? Many people that don't seek a higher purpose are just wanting to eat, watch TV, and hang out, maybe have a little more sex, and well, I don't know, they're kind of bored really with life. But those that seek a higher and higher purpose of life realize there's more that their soul wants to evolve. So if you have had a purpose in your life before, and that purpose might have fallen off because you've evolved past it and are seeking a new purpose, what that really means is you're trying to get in touch with your soul more, and your soul has more to give you. The soul has a greater gift for you because you want to do more with your soul development. How many people have felt you've had 3 lifetimes in one? Or that you're on your 4th or 3rd lifetime because you've grown so much in one lifetime. And a lot of people, one lifetime could be 2 lifetimes. In other words, they don't evolve very fastly, and they evolve very slowly, and you're evolving very fast, 2 or 3 lifetimes in one, and they want to take their time and not evolve at all. And so you can see a lot of people in your life that are not really wanting to evolve much at all. And that's okay, because the universe wants to give any soul 1,000,000 years to reach enlightenment. The universe doesn't care how long it takes for you to reach enlightenment, because it knows it's unlimited, waiting for you to realize your highest soul gifts and potentials. So as you learn to develop yourself, you look deep inside yourself, and you learn to meditate. You learn to quiet your mind. You learn to develop your intuition. You learn to tell the difference, which is your human thinking and which is the human collective thinking, and then which is your soul communicating to you. What is your higher self trying to tell you? How do you listen to that? And it's a process of learning to be quiet. It's a learning process of discernment, which thoughts are which is a fear thought, which is a human thought, which is a stillness of vibrational energy that you can touch into and listen to, that's not just the English chatter inside of your head. And this is where the rays and the gifts come from. Your spiritual gifts comes from that deeper listening and knowing that you develop. And then, of course, like anything, you get a insight. You receive a gift. You get an ability. But that doesn't mean a lot. That's just like a seed. You have to go plant it. You have to grow it. How many times do we see in this life a very gifted prodigy child? They might be a very smart mathematician. They might be an artist. But they still have to practice. They still have to develop their talents and abilities. And yes, they may be very much ahead of the other class students, but they still have to develop their talent. The point I'm trying to say here, once you get in touch with a soul gift, you still have to manifest it. You still have to grow it. You still have to practice it. You have to make lots of mistakes in developing it. And in doing so, then it becomes greater and greater, and you cultivate it, and it becomes a greater and greater gift through you and for you. So don't think that the gifts that you're going to receive from Spirit are something so magical that you've already got it together. Always think that as you receive a spiritual gift, it takes a lot to develop it, a lot to cultivate it, and a lot to grow it. Let's say you want to become a spiritual intuitive, and you want to feel like you have spiritual gifts. And like for my personal example, I was knowing that I had spiritual gifts when I first woke up, but I wasn't allowed. My intuition was telling me, don't go out into the world. And then one day they say, okay, we think you're kind of ready and you can go out to the world. And so I went to a Mark Becker New Life Expo show, and I started doing readings there, and they stood in line for 5 to 6 hours. I guess I was ready. And ever since then, I've been doing readings and teachings and spiritual work with people in my intuitive side. But it was many years before they told me I could use that gift. And then I was still developing it, because many of the things that I've done on using my intuition have grown and changed and developed into higher and higher gifts and abilities. It's the same if you start off as a massage therapist and you have gifts of touch and healing. Well, then you might become a Reiki master, and then you might start using your gift in other different healing ways. So always remember that life is trying to give you a seed. It's trying to help you grow your gifts, and you have to see it growing, and part of the growing process is to make lots of mistakes as you keep growing your gifts. Don't think of your gifts as 100% perfect. Think of you can make lots of mistakes. And that's a lot of reasons why people don't develop their soul gifts, because they're too afraid of making mistakes. They're too afraid of trying. There was many times when I was doing my beginning soul learning, I'd question myself. I'd say, well, did I help that person? Did I channel right? Did I do the right things? And then my higher self would smack me and say, quit trying to determine if you're good or bad. Quit trying to think if you did it right or wrong. Just let it flow through you. And then after a little bit of practice, just like I'm talking now, I'm talking from my heart and my spirit. I don't even practice. I just channel. I just let it come through me. And I trust what happens and what comes through, and I don't question and doubt myself. But it took many, many years so that I could learn not to question and doubt myself. And now when I work with people, it just comes through. I never doubt or question myself. If I helped you, fine. If I didn't help you, if you want to pay me, fine. If you don't want to pay me, fine. I don't care, because I just know who I am, and I know that what I'm doing has some effect on the greater you, so I'm just happy to do my life work. So remember that as you develop your gifts and they come through you more, yeah, there's going to be a part of you that doubts. There's a part of you that's going to question yourself. There's going to be a part of you that your lower self that's going to try to block your gifts from manifesting. And that's okay, because then if you have that soul determination, if you have that drive, if you have that determination, you keep working on it. And just like any painter, you get better and better and better. And I'm going to keep getting better and better, and my life work is going to keep getting better and better, because I keep evolving and growing, and new gifts come through. I might be surprised in another year, Spirit will land a whole new gift that will come through me that I will start to develop and master. Jesus was somebody that started off with a few gifts, and then he got kind of the final gift of miracles, that he could raise the dead. But when he started off doing his healing work, he just did a few little gifts, miracles. Then he got each miracle, he got a little bit more talented and more abilities to do it. To the final one, he says, okay, I'll just prove now I'm really good. I'll raise somebody from the dead. That's a pretty high miracle, isn't it? So everything in life is, in this human plane, is a process of growing. Similar like making money. You just, very few people just win the lottery. You have to grow your wealth. You have to grow your spiritual gifts. You have to develop your spiritual understandings. You get insights of what they are, but the more you practice, the more you work with it, the more you keep manifesting, then those gifts keep coming through you. Anybody have a question about some of this that I'm talking about? How many are knowing some of your spiritual gifts that you really now want to just own it and claim it and say, I know my spiritual gift and I'm ready to manifest it? I don't know how large of an audience or who I'm talking to, but if you want to chime in, say your spiritual gift and say what you believe you're really going to develop it into. Because a big part of developing a spiritual quality is claiming it and saying, I am a spiritual master. I am a spiritual teacher. Claim it and own it and determine that's who you are and that's what you become. You don't become it because you just hope it's already there. You become it because you claim it and you work on it and you grow it. So anybody want to claim that? There's that Mark Beckard. Hey, Mark Beckard. I was telling everybody I first came to your show when I was first starting to develop my intuition years and years ago.
And a zillion years ago.
And it was because of you that I kept working on it and became very much happy to do it.
Thank you.
Thank you for putting on those great shows that you did that everybody came to. And I hear you're having one in October.
Yeah, October 22, 23, 24.
I'm coming to that one. That's going to be so exciting.
Everybody's looking forward to it.
I know it. Everybody should be at that show. That's going to be awesome.
Actual live. First one in 2 years.
What's that?
First one in 2 years. So
2 years. Oh, my God.
But there's going to be a virtual one in 2 weeks.
And a virtual one in 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
Who else has a spiritual gift that you want to bring forth and manifest? Who has an idea of a soul gift that you're unclear about that you want to ask about? Anybody want to ask about a soul gift that you have or something you want to talk about? Yes, Catherine. Oh, undo your mic and ask.
Hi, thank you. I'm a retired psychotherapist and I'm 63 and I'm wanting to come out of retirement but not be a psychotherapist per se. I'm interested in, it's vague. I'm learning about.
You love to be a teacher, and you're here to develop more spiritual family, and you like community, so you're trying to build a higher community.
Yes.
My first intuition thought is you have to connect into what's called a spiritual family because there was some hardship in your family and you see a lot of dysfunctionality in groups joining together. So you don't want to do the one-on-one psychotherapy. You burned out from that one. So now you have to have a whole new kind of idea of how to bring family together. Because you've got a lot of yellow in your soul karma, and you're here to understand what greater spiritual family is about, and there was struggle in your family karma. One of the things to remember is whenever you have a challenge in life, something that's struggling and difficult and hard to work on, that becomes your purpose. So if you had a health challenge, you'll probably be a healer. If you had a problem with your family, you have to build better business community and better family. If you have a problem with communication and you are picked on, you may have to work on being a life coach or help other people. Whatever your difficulty in life was trying to show you where your spiritual gifts are coming from and where your purpose is. So you're just ready to live your next life, Catherine. You're ready to be reborn and start a whole new level, but you don't want to do it from working hard because that drains you and so many people are attracted to you. You give so much to others, you get burnt out. So you're learning how to do it so that you have fun and it's enjoyable and other people help you do it and you don't have to be the only one doing the giving. How does that
Sounds
sound?
about right.
That sounds kind of right, doesn't it? Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So the more that you trust yourself, the more you believe in this new birth, a whole new life. It's so fun to have a new life. You know, I quit living. I lived 40 years in Colorado, and I decided to move down here to Florida, and I started a whole new life. I've had probably this is my fourth lifetime that I'm living my fourth life. So you're living now a whole new life, and you get a whole new purpose, and a whole new gift is coming through you. Keep saying, "Oh boy."
Yay.
Yay! And feel like a little child. Feel like you don't have to know it all. Feel like you're listening to your inner spirit and they're giving little pieces as you grow. You're still a little child. We're not supposed to have everything given to us right at once. We have to slowly evolve it. We have to gradually become it. We have to trust ourselves and not think we have all the answers. It's great to say, I don't know, but don't get stuck in I don't know. Keep kind of searching for the inner answer and then keep putting your creation into a greater and greater gift.
Okay.
Even Mark, look how he was so set in doing his expos and he did it so well. Now he had to develop his a virtual self because he was never a virtual guy. He loved to hug you in person, but he developed and developed that new talent, didn't you, Mark?
Well, they say we make plans and God laughs, huh?
That's right. And we think we know it all, and there's more to evolve and grow, isn't there?
What a wise man knows, he knows nothing. You're right.
That's right. And you don't stop there. You keep learning. I'm going to keep learning something new my entire life.
All possibilities.
And I'm very happy that Spirit can remold me into something different. A new gift can come through.
And you're looking good too.
Yeah, aren't I? For an old guy, I'm just having so much fun.
You're youthing, baby. You're youthing. You're looking great.
Keeping young, yeah. Keeping I'm like a little kid inside. You know, you never have to grow old in life. That's an old fallacy. We should never listen to that. Stay young, stay playful, stay having lots of fun.
Right.
And part of soul growth is knowing how unlimited you are. Don't listen to the part of your mind that says to you that you're limited or you can't do something or you don't know. Realize, sort out the difference between a thought that's very limiting and a thought that causes you to expand. What do you think your soul would rather do? Have you expand or stay limited? You see, the biggest part of learning to listen to your soul is to get rid of the lower thinking that your mind does and keep listening more and more to your higher self and follow your higher thoughts and don't listen to the lower thoughts because they want to lock you into a limitation.
Yes.
Any other questions? Mark, you have a thought, a question?
Well, it's not that. It's that you're going to be giving away a door prize.
I am.
And so you should write a number down. Everybody should pick a number between 1 and 99. And Robert's going to be giving away a 30-minute palm reading session valued at $55. And Robert knows what you need to know. So pick a number between 1 to 99, put it in the chat box, and Robert will be picking that up. And he'll be writing down his number. Okay, folks, we have 25 more seconds.
Woohoo! And remember, you're channeling. Remind yourself you're always connected. There's always a channel.
That's right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Hurry up. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're blasting off. And Robert, what is the number?
9.
Number 9. Number
9.
Number
We're
9.
fine. We're 9.
Let's see. So we have a winner. We have Garuk Khan, who has 11. Garuk?
Oh,
Are you
Guru.
there?
Come see me in my room, Guru.
Yes,
And
and
I think
also
to put your
Garuk,
email.
in the chat box, put your email down also. And then follow Robert to his room.
That's right.
which is
Where's this person from? I'm curious with that name.
Gulruk,
Yeah.
probably from Brooklyn.
Let's find out. Let's find out how far that we reach. Where's Gulruk
Are you
from?
there, Gulruk?
We're getting a lot of people from Canada. I love that. Toronto, Canada.
No. Say, Robert, what room are you going into?
I met a very special lady from Canada even that's come and finding us. I'm in room number 11.
11. So we're gonna follow Robert over
Okay,
to
so
11.
Gulruk is incognito now. But
Yeah,
I'm
what
always-
is his email?
you did win the reading with Robert,
I'll be here. You don't have to do it right away, but come
Wow.
whenever you can.
but you
Oh,
should send
Groot's
it
from
to
London.
Mhm.
Okay, Groot's gonna invite me to London. That's gonna be so cool.
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna go to London.
Awesome. Love to know how you guys found out about this. How did you find out about us in London? How did you find out about it in Canada? You know, we want to know what marketing works and how we can spread the word across the world. Please, everybody. Gulruk, make sure we have your email. You can put it in the private message. You can send it to me or to Robert. Let's make sure that we have your information.
And I'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot. So much fun, Sherry. You're the best. We love you, Sherry.
Love you, Robert.
You have readings in room 2, and then you have a Royden coming up.